Hi there, this is David and welcome back to Let's Play Summon Night 6 Lost Borders. Today I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that yes, we will indeed be moving on towards the final boss today. The bad news is, I did a test run of the final boss, and whereas you can pretty much steamroll through this entire game, pretty much at levels 20 through 30 and you'll be perfectly fine, once you get up to this final boss, you will be slaughtered if you're at those levels. I was at roughly level 40 by the time that I hit the final boss in my test run, and I was still slaughtered. Yeah. So this game is pretty unfair. It makes you go through the entire game thinking, oh, this is the strategy that I have to use. Oh, this is the level that I should be at. Oh, everything seems fine. And then you get to the final boss, and they just wipe the absolute floor with you. It's really ridiculous. So what I had to do is go into what is known as the Endless Domain. So let's see, that's over here in the cafe and bar. You just talk to Luchel, go down here to Endless Domain, and what we have are 60 floors of the Endless Domain. Each floor is, you have Lorelei, Siltern, Sapphireth, Matropa, and then you have a boss, and then it goes on and repeats. You know, with Lorelei, Siltern, Sapphireth, Matropa, boss. The same thing over and over and over and over again. It's really ridiculous. And the maps are all the same maps that we've seen before. It's all the same enemies that we've seen before. There are some differences that I will be talking about though, and that's namely at the multiples of 5 on the Endless Domain. Like, this is level 30, it's a multiple of 5. And if you look at how much experience it gives you at this level as compared to level 29, it's about 3 times more experience whenever you defeat level 30 than as opposed to level 29. And then at level 31, the experience points goes back down. So one thing that you could do if you just want to grind up levels is go to like level 5 or so, and then just beat this level over and over and over again, and you could level up your characters that way. But I figured, as long as I'm getting into the Endless Domain, I might as well, you know, go all the way through up to Endless Domain level 60. So yeah, this took me roughly 8 hours to do. What I would highly recommend doing whenever you're tackling this torturous Endless Domain is to basically put it on auto battle. Put it on auto battle. What I did is I had a timer set for roughly 10 minutes. I put it on auto battle, set my timer. I went downstairs, I cleaned up the kitchen, came back upstairs. I hit, the X button. I moved on to level 2. Went back downstairs, I loaded the dishwasher. I did some laundry. 10 minutes was up. Came back upstairs, did level 3. I vacuumed the floors, came upstairs, did level 4. This just went on for days. There would be times that, like, I would just be like, oh, well, I have to take a shower now, so let's do a level while I'm in the shower. Just move on, whatever. Because the last thing that you want to do is just sit in front of your television set for 8 hours on auto battle doing this. One thing that I would recommend doing to actually make those auto battles a little bit faster is during levels like, I would say Endless Domains 1 through 40-ish or so, you could pretty much get through by just putting Raj and one other character in there. That way you don't have to worry about, all 8 of your characters all ending their turns and having that take up even more time. If you just have like Raj and say Nesty in there slaughtering everything in sight, you'll be perfectly fine. You don't have to worry about anything, and it will actually go much faster than having all 8 characters. Once you get past about level 40 through about level 50, I would say to put about 4 characters into your party. And then between 50 and 55, you need about 6 characters in your party. And then for the remaining 5 levels, you'd probably need all 8 characters in your party because they start going crazy with status ailments and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty ridiculous. Another thing that you have to keep in mind in the Endless Domain is there are treasure chests to be had in here, and you can't get those on auto battle. So if you really care about those, you're going to have to take control of somebody and grab those chests. I recommend using Raj for this because he has Spear Schlegel. It's just really so much easier to do it this way. And have him go straight, make a beeline for those chests, then stick it on auto battle. It's just the best way to do it. For, I would say 99% of those chests, you're just going to be getting Summonite leaves. and those are kind of useless except for party skills and stuff like that, completion purposes, all that kind of stuff. However, throughout the first, I would say 10 levels or so, you will find some summon gems to summon more, I don't know, magic spells or whatever, to have more attacks at your disposal. Because the final boss, not only is it really hard, but they are immune to most of the summons that you actually have access to that you start off with. So it kind of forces you to go into the Endless Domain and find these higher level summons. It's really ridiculous. And it takes forever to do it, but I did it. You get some sort of silver trophy for doing it. Like, I really give a damn about trophies. It's like the last thing that I really care about. So yeah, after doing all that, my levels are at, this high. I'm in the 60s and Raj is at 75 because Raj has many more turns than everybody else, so I might as well have him be the most powerful one. And as far as their accessories are concerned, there are some unique accessories that you can grab inside the Endless Domain, such as this Will of Turmoil that I have for him. But for the most part, nobody else has unique accessories. We have to go through 60 floors and they give you like 3 unique accessories. It's so stupid. So everybody else pretty much has magical crowns. Nesty got a unique accessory, so that's kind of cool. Even Istan Amu didn't get unique accessories. Like, what is that about? It's really ridiculous. So, yeah. Another thing that I would be doing, since I have like over 1 million gold now, would be to go into Patch's shop and try to buy some things. Most importantly, the first aid kits, because this recovers all HP and all statuses. We have nothing else to really spend our money on, so I'll buy about 20-ish of them, and then you'll be fine. The next best healing item is this, but you might as well get this that recovers all the HP and all the status ailments just in case. So, yeah. You can also do some upgrading here if you want to. I don't really think it's all that necessary, but it's there. So with all that being said, since I did do the Endless Domain, we now have a little event here. The end of the domain. I can't wait to see what they're talking about here. Oh yeah, 60 whole floors of it. Oh yeah, I'm sure you will, Luchel. We found plenty of treasure in there, but the last thing that I'm going to be doing is giving them to you. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, it does. I reached the end. I actually got this particular, skit after I think I was going like 20 floors, and I got this skit. So, yeah, you don't have to go all the way through to get this little, vignette here. Byakuya? Wait, what? What are you talking about? What's a Byakuya? The Endless Hall? Isn't it called the Endless Domain? The end of the domain? What are you talking about? Wait, leads somewhere to Lindblum? Wait, what? You think that the Endless Domain is gonna go all the way to Lindblum? Yeah. The World of the Dead? Yikes! So the Endless Domain actually leads to Hell, I guess? Oh, of course you would charge a fee, Luchel. Okay. Huh. She's an odd one. Anyway, yeah, I've gotten all that stuff taken care of, so let's go on into Ist's room and deal with all this. Oh, at least we get, nice Ist music. I really like this music. It really reminds me, I want to say it reminds me of like Chrono Trigger or Chrono Cross. One of those games, probably Chrono Cross, because it has like a more island tropical feel to it, but it just kind of brings me back to playing that game when I was in college. I didn't really like Chrono Cross, but it brings me back to some good times in my life, like some good memories and all that, I don't know, I don't like games that have a lot of characters. That's actually something that I don't like about this game, is how many characters there are, because I really like getting to know all of my characters. And whenever they just throw a billion characters at you, I feel overwhelmed, and I don't want to get to know them all. like, I pretty much just want to find, like, the 8 party members that I need and steamroll the game with, with those characters. That's probably why I don't like Pokemon. Because, there's 150 Pokemon to catch. I don't want to catch 150 freaking Pokemon. Screw that. I just want to use the bare minimum that I need to beat the game, It is what it is. However, there is one game that I think throwing a lot of party members at you did a really good job with, and that's Final Fantasy VI. Because it wasn't that overwhelming of a number of party members, and they came kind of intermittently throughout the game. And then the game also forced you to use certain characters through their scenario systems, or through the World of Ruin, or just by having required characters for each, specific parts of the game and all that kind of stuff. So they did a really good job with that. And then I was actually able to get to know the characters nicely that way. Here, there are no battles that you really have to use certain characters, so there's really no way for me to get to know these characters. So yeah, not really a fan of it, gotta say. Oh, I guess they're just reminiscing over their good times, their pasts. Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's nice. You ready to face your death? Your certain death. Because, we stand around and talk about everything else, but God forbid we actually talk about a plan to defeat Illaducia. Can't do that. And we also can't talk about any kind of third way to make Raja and Amu be safe during this fight, not kill themselves, not sacrifice themselves. No, can't have that at all. We have to stand around and talk about potatoes and boob size and stupid crap constantly. Oh, that's a good way to think about it. You're not really doing this for yourself, you're doing this for other people. More important people. People who actually have a life. People who weren't brought here by a miracle. Because God forbid the game actually, say why they brought you here. It just kind of cops out and says, oh yeah, it was a miracle, sure, whatever. They explain everything else. Why can't they explain this? Not that I really care, but I'm just saying. Oh. Oh, well, probably. I guess so. Oh, really? Well, you have a purpose in your life, Ist, but you're not really fulfilling your purpose. Your purpose is to devour and destroy Fallujah, but now you're kind of going against all that. Okay, so can we actually get to this final battle sometime this century, Ist? Oh, well, that's nice. Oh, yeah, Ist is actually able to show emotion. That's kind of nice. And he's smiling too. Good for you. Oh, I have no unfinished business. I am good. The last thing that I could possibly do would be fishing. Ugh, if you guys could see me rolling my eyes at fishing right now, like, it's ridiculous. All it is summonite, leaves, and all that, and I really don't care about fishing. It's just, yeah, that's not gonna be happening. But after this, we have a long amount of voiced cutscenes and just kind of animated cutscenes. And I'm going to be quiet for all of those upcoming cutscenes, whether they have dialogue or not, because a lot of them are animated and nice, and they show, good music and all that kind of stuff, and I just think it's more nicer for me to be quiet, I guess. It's more filling. I don't know.
The time has come to set off toward our destiny.
For a while there, it seemed like we'd never get to this point.
I'm counting on you, Luchelle.
Yep, I got this. I'll be back before you know it.
Io, what's wrong? What were you and Luchelle talking about?
Yes, I asked her to run a little errand for me. A little insurance just in case. We need to be doubly sure.
Okay.
Miagu?
Man, this is creepy no matter how many times I see it. It's like a bottomless pit.
Yusho's not back yet.
She's a pretty shifty character. Hope she didn't ditch on us at this critical time.
It seems highly unlikely that is the case.
Where would she run to in the fake world anyway? She's not that stupid.
Girl makes a solid point. I agree that we don't have anything to worry about where she's concerned.
That's a relief. Yeah. We're all in top form, but we are here and our target's there.
I'm on the same page. The big question now is, how do we get there from here?
Yeah. You can let us handle that.
Corlo? What do you mean, us?
Lerm and Melreef, climb on our backs. We are Solstice dragons, after all. If we transform, we should be able to carry everyone across.
But you lost your powers here, right? How can you transform into Solstice dragons right now?
Do you really have enough magic for that transformation? I believe I can provide enough to make this work.
Anisha?
Korlal told me that I possess that ability. If she draws out your power fully with her blessing ability, and I channel that power properly, I believe it will allow the transformation into a Solstice dragon to happen.
Anisha, please be careful, okay?
It's all right, Gian. If I can be the key to get this plan in motion, it will be my honor.
Thanks, Anisha.
All right, let's begin. Lerm and Melreef, unleash your powers and entrust yourself to Anisha's power. Lerm and Melreef, let the hidden power of the Solstice dragon within you awaken now! That's it. I'm going to control the power that Anisha has drawn out now. Please, relax and let everyone's feelings reach you.
Whoa! The three of them together is a sight to behold.
Anisha, are you okay? You did well.
Glad to be of some help.
A lot of help, you mean?
Thanks, Anisha.
Dragon children, behold the impressive form of your truth.
Nobody would have guessed that those children could become what they have. How beautiful.
Something like this is impressive even to me.
So pretty.
Now we're all set. Wait until Illa Delucia gets a load of this. How much lower do we have to go?
Feels like we're descending into darkness itself. The surroundings are covered with strings. It makes it difficult to determine the distance properly.
There's no other conclusion except that this is indeed Illa Delucia's lair. It does have the strange effect of making you want to go further and further into the entanglements of this web.
Ha! Speak for yourself, Kerr. All it makes me want to do is take a slice out of Illa Delucia's neck.
Yeah, the predator is about to become the prey, and I don't think it'll like the change.
Benosa really has a way with words to lighten the mood and inspire people to action, huh?
Are you mocking me, Rogue?
Benosa? I think that was a compliment.
Oh yeah? Then why do I feel pissed off about it? Answer me that.
Boy, oh boy.
So, you have noticed, haven't you? Yes. It would appear we're getting closer.
Huh? But it's so dark we can't see our hand in front of our face.
I can feel a presence, though. It's making the hair stand up on the back of my neck.
This is ridiculous. The magic energy in this place is off the charts.
I agree. This is beyond my wildest expectations of what the power in this place would be.
Yes. We may already be too late.
What do you mean?
Machine World Lorelo, Yokai World Siltern, Spirit World Sapareth, Beast World Metropa. They're all starting to collapse like Limbom because fragments of their world are being devoured. Illadelucia's powers are growing exponentially stronger. It's now stronger than Elgo itself.
What? That's why I told you you have no chance of winning it. This is a fool's errand. A delivery service of warm ambulatory morsels to be eaten by Illadelucia. What's the term? Like moths to a flame, is it? Never more relevant than here, I must say.
Wow, great pep talk there, buddy. Whose side are you on, anyway?
Kyle, check yourself. Regardless of what our diabolical companion says, this is a battle we can't avoid, so we must face it head on.
Yeah, you're right. That guy just gets under my skin sometimes.
I don't blame you for being on edge. You've been knocked since we started into this place.
Natsumi. This is an all-or-nothing battle that we won't be able to do over. The pressure is rightly overwhelming.
All we can do is our best. Whether or not we make it will be up to group effort and fate.
Even so, it doesn't really matter.
What?
If the world will be consumed no matter what path we take, I'd rather go out fighting to save it. Together with all of you, I'm not afraid. Whatever happens at the end of this battle, I know I won't have any regrets.
Raj. Oh, looks like you have become more than the two little dolls you were intended to be, eh?
You said it.
Is?
I am afraid not. That's an unfortunate choice of Zero that Illadelucia created to converse with us.
Oh no. Zero, you are looking at the Overseer of the next world.
So you made a replacement because your little puppet didn't do what you wanted?
You make me sick!
The next world, huh? Isn't that optimistic? Unfortunately for you, there isn't going to be a next, because we have come here to put a stop to your ambition, right here, right now.
Words are so cheap. Communication with commerce is so overrated.
He disappeared?
No, Taurus, behind you!
I can't get a read on the slippery bastard's presence at all.
I will admit that I'm impressed you managed to make it all the way here by yourselves.
We did it together. Not that you'd ever understand. You're selfish and lonely and sad.
The only thing I cannot truly comprehend is why you chose to challenge me, knowing you can never succeed.
There's no way to know until you try, and we had to try, for the sake of everyone you threaten.
And there it is, on display again. That baseless self-confidence of yours. Dreams, diligence, illusion, simplicity, friendship, delusions, hopes, victory, absurdity. You are a fount of sweet desires, spilling out over my reality, desecrating it.
We're not going to stop.
I do find it amusing, though. You've entrusted yourselves to something so absurd and ambiguous. A task with no basis in reality. Are you so delusional as to think you can triumph over my overwhelming power with your mental strength? The source of your faulty thought process is your friends.
What?
Associating with it has inflated your ego, leading you astray by replacing false feelings with hopeful ones.
No!
You're right. Delusions, then. An attempt to escape from reality by any and all means necessary. Denying the undeniable. That is the right. I would take an eternity and still not understand what you're really like. I can only pity a being who views everything other than themselves as nothing but morsels for their appetite.
Ist.
Can the words of a failure ever amount to more than the source? The possibilities born of a connection formed with other people are ambiguous and unknown, indeed, but that's exactly why it's unpredictable. It may even be enough to turn everything we know upside down. I have seen what this is, and I do not like it. An endless loop of wasteful creation and destruction, where nothing truly new is ever produced, until now. We have the means to finally break the endless loop of your false rule, and we will. Impossible. Another foolish dream that will end badly for you.
It's not impossible, and the only one it's ending badly for is you.
And it's also not a foolish dream, because
We
are existing right here before you, defiant.
We were born in Fallujah of memory scraps, even though those scraps weren't supposed to produce anything.
An impossible miracle that even you and all your perfect being power didn't foresee. But now I understand. It wasn't a miracle, it was a necessity. The countless memories that you've sloppily devoured have given us that potential, given us life.
Life meant to bring you down and put an end to this meaningless repetition.
Neither you nor your words are complete in any way. You just don't know anything.
Someone like you who never tried to understand another person is only a pathetic, pitiable monster.
Rejection, outrageousness, illogical, absolute denial.
Ew! What's that sound?
I think it's making my head split. Make it stop!
Wait, this sound. Could it be?
Hey guys, below us!
It's no wonder we didn't even realize what was happening.
Yes, it was already in plain sight. Just that it was so big, it didn't even register.
I reject miracles. Discrepancy with recognized values. Absolute rejection.
That annoying voice is echoing directly into my head. Stop! Make it stop! I hate it!
Are you Illa Delucia?
It's unbelievably huge!
It certainly has the size to go with its title as creator of this facade of a world.
No relevant data found in database. Irregular life form confirmed.
Should we even be calling it a life form, though?
Creation unnecessary and devoured as a seeds. Nothing outside of me, the creator, needs to exist.
I really find that viewpoint impossible to understand.
It's not necessary for bait to have comprehension, so be still and sustain me.
You can deny it all you want, but this is the only thing I have to say to you. We are not your bait.
You have the intelligence of fate, facing me despite knowing it will end badly for you all.
Says you. I know that destroying you means we'll disappear as well, right? Even so, I just can't watch you keep gnawing away at Lindbaum without doing anything. So I've decided to try to send everyone back to their former world.
How foolish! The sight of the end of your existence has caused you to lose your mind!
You don't get it. We're not afraid of vanishing anymore because we can live on in the souls of others. Memories deeply engraved onto someone's soul will never truly disappear. That's what I believe.
I approve of those feelings. I have the same desire as well.
A collection of shrieking fools doesn't eliminate the difference between our powers. Yes, capitulate to me now and I will still forgive you. I will permit you to continue living as my successor.
No. Thanks. Perhaps it was your will that caused me to exist. But what I want to do now is entirely up to me.
What?
What if I did devour this world, like you had wanted me to? What lies ahead of that? Nothing. Nothing will remain. Rather than allowing you to keep devouring other worlds endlessly, I want to create my own world. I want to watch over a world full of vibrant life where I am not alone.
An existence that watches over the world, protecting it. Unlike Illidalucia, who only knows destruction. You wish to become the Elgo of this world, then?
These visitors have degraded you completely, Ist.
Illidalucia, answer me this. Why did you suddenly see the need for a successor now? Having lived for so long, you must have had countless opportunities to create an existence like me. And yet, why are you still all alone? Because you consumed them all, right? You couldn't help yourself. They ended up as food for you. Having seen this future fast approaching for me, I absolutely refuse to be consumed by you. Nor will I exist to become a lonely devourer like you.
Impudent pieces of trash! I'll make sure you suffer when I devour you all!
This might be the first time you don't get your way, because we're not letting you.
For boss time against Illidalucia herself. Or is it himself? I'm pretty sure it's herself. Although the voice was kind of... I don't know, the voice was really juvenile, actually. Who knows? I don't think it really matters. Just it. Or abnormal forms. That works too. So are we fighting Illidalucia or are we fighting abnormal forms? What's going on here? Anyway, we're going to start up this battle, the final battle, next time on Let's Play Summon Night 6 Lost Borders. This has been David. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.